Welcome back to how to make a sermon reel using DaVinci Resolve. If you missed the first couple of videos in this series, you can go back and watch them. The links are in the description of this video. Today we are talking about color correcting. Let's go ahead and dive right in. With your video clip selected in the timeline, you want to go ahead and click on the color tab down here, which is this guy right here. When you click on that tab, do not get overwhelmed with what you see. We are going to stay basic today, just to punch up and balance the color of your videos a little bit. We'll be rolling out more in-depth color correcting videos, so if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button to keep up with all of the things that we want to send your way. Today we're going to focus on what we can do in the color wheels section. So if you select this little bullseye looking guy right here, it's going to open up this panel, which is your color wheels. At any point you can scrub through your video in the playback using this playback head right here, and you're going to want to find a clip that has your speaker really centered on the clip so you can get a good idea of what it is that you're looking at. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to balance the whites and the blacks. So if you click on this drop down right over here, it gives you some options: parade, waveform, vector scope, histogram. So we're going to start working in the waveform. This is where you can really see how your whites and your blacks look. And you're going to see our video kind of take shape as we go. So if you notice, you'll see lift, gamma, gain, and offsets. So lift is your shadows and your darks, gamma is your mids, and gains are going to be your high tones. So the first thing we want to do is we want to balance out our blacks so that our video doesn't look so washed out. So we're going to click this little scroll wheel right here, and we're going to drag that to the left until we see the darkest parts of our video almost to the bottom here, almost to zero. So we're going to go ahead and move that wheel down, and you can see, you notice our video starts to get less washed out as we move that down toward the bottom. And then we're going to do the same thing with our high tone. So we're going to go up to gain, and then we are going to move that to the right until we get our high tones up near the top, up near, somewhere between 896, 1023. And that should give us a nice balanced white and black. Our video and lighting department do a great job here at the church, so we don't have a lot of work to do when it comes to color balancing. If you go back up here and you click on this drop down again and click on parade, it's going to show you your greens, your reds, and your blues. So now when you're looking at this, you want to make sure you have a balance here as well. And this shows you the same as what you saw in the waveform. Down here at the bottom are your darks or your shadows. Up here are your brighter tones. And so you want to make sure that your upper tones are balanced and that your lower tones are balanced throughout your video. Sometimes you'll get a video and it'll look something like this, or something like this. And so what you want to do is you want to play around with your gain and your lift to try to get those to meet and look somewhere around the same, so you can kind of see where they start to balance themselves out and what your video starts to look like. Now, if you want to mess with the gamma control, this is your mids. I don't do a whole lot with gamma when it comes to sermon reels. You can kind of see how it brightens up and darkens your video a little bit. So we can kind of pull that up a little bit if we want our video to stand out a little bit more. We can also do a color boost, which down here on the bottom left corner, this will boost the color tones in your videos and kind of bring it to life. So make it a little bit more vibrant than what it was before. And then I also like to look at maybe bumping the contrast a little bit to kind of let the contrast stand out, similar to what you would do if you were working on changing the contrast on your television. Once you get your video balanced the way that you like it and it's looking good, it's usually good practice to take a still. So if you hover over your video in the playback and you right click, you see this grab still. You can grab that still, and it's taking all of these settings and everything that you just did, and it's saving them up right here. So if you have multiple clips that you're working with, you can then go back and navigate to multiple clips, and you can take the same color correction and you can take it and you can drag it onto those other clips, and it'll color correct them the exact same way. So you have a video that looks uniformed from start to finish. And now that your video is colored and looking good, it's time to add the captions. The next video will show you how to make quick work of that. If you found this video helpful and would like to continue to learn more about how to develop or enhance your church's storytelling ability, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.